I'm going to invite the person that made it possible for us to all be here this afternoon. If she didn't obey the call, because having a school is a call. If you don't have a passion for it, you can't do it. It's not an easy task. So for her to obey that call is the reason we are all gathered here this afternoon. Is the reason this school is existing, because she obeyed God to establish this school, and God has been helping us. So this afternoon, while I'm dropping the mic, I'm going to invite my amiable proprietress, the person of Mrs. Mercy Ola-Oshebe. Can you just clap for her? Appreciate her, please. This woman is a good in and out, and we really appreciate her. We thank you, Mommy. Thank you for all that you do for us. Thank you for always standing by us. Glad that you are supporting us, and we pray God will continue to lift you higher. By the grace of God, this God is the least you will ever have. Thank you so much, ma. As I hand over the mic to her, please appreciate our mother.
With the answer, I can testify, and I can tell you, say, I know the name of the church where she dey go. Mountain of Fire. Yes. Mommy, the Mountain of Fire. By the answer, you shall know that. Like this. You go, yeah? Now we are going to be busy. You know, if it's redeemed, their answer they different. I bet it. Go to say the Boy Scout. If na CAC, that one Ankara. The same thing. If now all these swagalicious church, so they wear mini skirts, yeah, they look good. You know, there are some churches in Abuja you go to, when you enter, the way the ushers we welcome you, wow, you feel like I'm on so every day. I went to a Yoruba church, the way they welcome me, since the usher like, what's happened with the God? They tell the guy, say, no, not be here, I won't sit down. He said, like something in the morning. God! But there is one church I enter, I won't mention. Oh, if you see the welcoming address, you to go on as I just said. At that time, I'm like this every day. So right now, please, ladies and gentlemen, handing over the mic to our mommy to give us opening. The mark as well. Please put your hands together for Mommy.
MC, I'm really enjoying your service, and I pray that God will lift you higher and higher. It's an hobby and it's a gift from God. So whatever you know how to do, you do it well. Thank you so much for making us to laugh. Good afternoon, parents, teachers, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone to our first Family Funfair party. Like the principal has already explained, Family Funfair is a program that we have been putting together since last term, and the students couldn't even wait to see what are we even talking about. So you are all welcome to this wonderful program of Ade-Ola International School. On behalf of the management and the entire school, I express our gratitude for accepting the invitation and taking time out of your tight schedule to attend today's event. This event is put together to foster mutual relationship between ourselves, just as she has explained. It is for us to socialize with ourselves. It gives us the platform to discuss one or two things affecting our children in a relaxed atmosphere. Unlike the PTA program, that many of us immediately you hear PTA. In fact, many parents are coming. Yes, they will hear today, but this one is different. We are here to enjoy ourselves, so there is no issue, and I pray that God Almighty will help us. Answer me now. Yes. We are not going to talk about payments here, so we are going to relax and enjoy ourselves. God will bless every one of us. It is also an avenue to relax and spend the weekend with our spouse, which will automatically improve our own relationship with our spouses, because we believe that our daddies are so busy, they don't even have time to take us out. So we now look at it, especially we the women in the house. We look at it that this time around we must bring our fathers, our daddies to the school so that they will sit with us. And if you're a father here, please put your hands together for yourself. Yes, daddies are amazing. You are wonderful people. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Without wasting time, our parents in Ade-Ola International School. Number 1, coding and robotics. By the grace of God, we have included coding and robotics into our curriculum, which will enable our students to stand out and compete with their counterparts outside there. Coding and robotics will help improve communication, creativity, collaboration and critical thinking. We therefore request parents' support and cooperation. We want to appeal that parents should please allow their children to participate in this new project because of its numerous benefits, which will also be explained later by the head of the project team. I believe it will explain to us more. Meanwhile, the management has decided to pay for all the students this term for us to test on the effectiveness. And we will be responsible for the payment. Put your hands together for yourself. STEAM education. This is an integrated curriculum that was introduced this last session. It encourages students to become innovators and not mere consumers and assemblers of technology. It is child or student must have a lab coat before he or she can participate. It is a practical oriented class and every student must dress appropriately. We are pleased to inform you that we have updated our social media platforms. We don't want to be left behind, and you all know the importance of social media in today's world. Therefore, we implore parents to like and follow us on all our social media pages, Facebook page. And as you do that, God will bless you, and I know you will enjoy every activities that we make. The management has decided to bring back our blazers with a ceremonial cap to match with effect from next session. School fees. On behalf of the management, I wish to thank and appreciate as many parents that are always paying promptly. And I still want to appeal to others that they should please bear us in mind. They should always show that commitment by paying on time. Parents should they should not be waiting until we send their children home before they pay school fees. We therefore appeal to parents to always pay promptly in order to serve you better. To this end, I wish to appreciate you once again for honoring us with your presence. I pray that the Almighty God will bless the work of your hands and keep our family intact. Our effort over our children will never be in vain by the grace of God. In conclusion, I wish to say a big thank you to the organizing committee of this wonderful event. You have done a very good job. I pray that God bless and reward every one of you. On behalf of the organizing committee, we promise you a wonderful and interesting program. Please sit back, enjoy the various packages put together for your enjoyment. And I want to once again say thank you very much for coming. Thank you for finding out time out of your tight schedule to attend this wonderful event. You are all welcome. God bless you all.
You're not clapping. Wow. I want to say something, but I won't say it. I will keep it. Mommy, don't push me. I cannot be pushing, Jesus. So right now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, follow us on Instagram. Ma, what's the Instagram handle? Instagram handle. Oh yeah, if you know say you get that, oh yeah, come on your phone. Ade-Ola International School. Please, can we do that on Instagram right now? The first person to follow, 1,000 each. The first 10. Okay, don't follow. Okay, number 1, raise your hand like this, do like this. Stay like that. Number 2. Do 2 like this. 4, 5. Who else? Facebook too is there. So how much have been promised? Are they quick forget something? Eh? How much? Okay. You get my number. You want to collect 1,000. You be road safety. So right now, please, ladies and gentlemen, you can testify. And please, right now, please, can we have the sharing of the small chops while the performing students will get ready? And please, once again, student, the parents, please appreciate your kids. And please, if you're spraying, no verse. I love saying this. Spray on the ground. Hey, I beg. Gonna understand me. And to you that your husband is here, you're not clapping. Don't be saying the man follow you, come say you want come chill. He's coming, he's following you to know where you're paying the school fees. Maybe. I even want mommy to mention the amount of the school fees. Because some women, you write 50,000, they will go cafe, change that to 100. Make the man for no now. He concern also. I'm an advocate for men. Hello. Yes. There's one time I gave my wife money to go and buy tomato. He said 500. He ended up buying 200 because I can't buy. Mark, can you tell us the amount of the school fees? No, I want to reach out so that I'll go send to the matter. Like saying at 50K, you can't tell guys saying at 50. You can't be 100,000. God got to say, my beautiful wife, you are looking glowing. My love, you are trying. It's a love swing. Hello, it's not a love swing. You are wiping the mass money. And you know, our school fees is more or less. I have a son, 4-year-old boy. I took this boy to Lead British in Galore. When they told me the school fees, I looked my pikin like this. For this small boy. Well, I don't know whether the future bright. And you know, we Yoruba people, we can price market. Now let Yoruba woman go price market, you know, go still buy wetin they sell. Yorubas, hello lata is 200. You got to look around 150 last week. By 150. The person go say, bring them. Yoruba woman go say, by 18 naira. The meeting I go say, bring her. You can't hear one word. Mary. And they move 15 naira. The meeting I go say, bring her. You can't hear Yoruba woman go say, job, mumbo, move a key on me. I go beat them. Very loving people. I love the Yoruba people, especially the men. Now let Yoruba man they drive motor, they under it, so he shouts, yeah, I am you. Now your shirts they under. Yoruba people, very funny set of people. All right, now please, the talent should get ready. Let's have a student display. 15 minutes, please. 15 minutes. 15. Whether you clap or not, you must face with me, so you don't concern us. Mr. DJ, thank you. Hello.
Diamonds in the sky.
traditional marriage. Anyway, all these Kaduna people. They are used to going to traditional marriage in the village. Please, parents, please, can you put your hands together for these children? Wow. One of the main essence of going to school is not just for the educational part. It's also to discover who you are. Can I see your hands up? If you don't say you're picking the inside. Mona come in later, I will transfer something to you people. So send me your account number. Last, and I will see debit. But wonderful, I love the voice. Wow, I love that voice. Once again, please, can we put our hands together for them, please? And please, once again, wow, that voice switch out, I'm confused. Wow. Listen. You know, like that today, I too have pride, so I want to shut up. Wait, now my real voice is that. Right now, once again, please, we're going straight to the next game. I told you we're not wasting time. And please, to the people serving, anybody where you give small chops, you just know to say the small chop. Don't. So right now, please, ladies and gentlemen, like to the director to give us a short introduction. Please put your hands together for the director of Ade-Ola International School. So, a short remark.
On behalf of myself, my wife, and the management of Ade-Ola International School, we want you to know that we really appreciate your coming. This is the first of this kind, and the response that I have seen now shows that more will still come. So we'll be expecting another one next year, but more beautifully and betterly packaged. And I pray that you will be alive and you will also be here at that time too. I want to speak briefly on what I titled Finding Happiness in Marriage. Finding happiness in marriage. Although my speech will include adult content, because we invited couples, husband and wife, and we invited mature men and mature women. So don't be offended with what I will be talking about. Definitely, there is no way we find happiness in marriage without going deep to unearth what is causing sadness. So those of our little children that are here, we are not talking to you. We are talking to the adults that are seated there. One ingredient that is very important in marriage is happiness. Because when we marry, we are expected to stay with each other for the rest of our life till death do us part. When God created marriage, He never envisaged divorce. That is why He never approved divorce. We are expected to stay with each other. But if you marry and you are not happy, how do you stay in that environment under that condition for the rest of your life? Life will be very miserable. And the reason for that is that many people neglect happiness. Many families are pursuing money when what they need, although money answer all questions, and money answer to all things. Money can solve all problems, but at times, so many families, many couples are pursuing money, they neglect happiness. Many are buying more cars, thinking that by the time they are buying cars, the kind of act, they are just aggravating more problems. Many people are traveling here and there, thinking that by knowing other countries, by knowing everywhere, happiness will come. And then you discover that that will not bring the ingredient that is within, which we have to bring out from within, bring it out outside. And if you don't have it within you, you cannot give. So you discover that you have a very big mansion, very big home, very big house, but there is no happiness. You have beautiful cars, no happiness. You have the money, yet no happiness. Because we parents, we couples, we neglect the pursuit of happiness. Things that bring happiness to us, we neglect. And we have so much sorrow, which lead to divorce. And that also will affect the life of our children. Let us pursue happiness. I have a short period. How do we pursue happiness? Number one, in marriage, communication. I want to start, let me start with prayer first. Because if you know that the kind of happiness you dreamt about before you marry, the happiness you dreamt about is no more there. The kind of, you have to go back to God and pray that God should help your marriage to bring back happiness. So let's start with God. Then I go to communication. I will come back to communication again. Many couples don't communicate, they talk. Communication is different from talking. Anybody can talk. But when you talk of communication, somebody is assimilating, somebody is hearing, somebody is understanding. When you are communicating, there must be understanding. Somebody, so you are talking to somebody and the other person is understanding what you are saying, is hearing you. It's not just talking. Majority of the things we do at home is to talk, to fight, to shout. And nobody is assimilating anything under that environment. When you shout on your husband, you shout on your wife, how do you expect her to take correction under that atmosphere? No, she won't take. She will shout back, which will lead to more quarrel and more problem in the home. Communication is discussing everything. Discuss everything. Once you are not happy with what is going on, sit your husband down, sit your wife down and discuss it. With other communication, we discuss anything. There is this thing they call no-go area. There is no-go area in communication, in marriage. Everything we discuss. So, have you been discussing? Have you been communicating? Have you been talking to each other? Do you make your feelings known to your husband? Do you make your feelings known to your wife? When you eat the food prepared by your wife and you are not satisfied, you are not happy, you know that this food is not supposed to be, this is what I'm eating is not what we're supposed to be eating. It is not giving your wife so much money that will make her to know how to cook. A woman that want to know how to cook, will know how to cook. But the fact is that many women don't even know that their cooking is not perfect. But it is the responsibility of the husband to discuss it and help her to get it better. Not to abandon the food or neglect the food or eat, because you know that the kind of food that you are going to eat at home is not going to be that palatable. You have filled your stomach outside before you come in, and when she gives you the food, you just eat little and thank her. You have gotten your feed from outside. Let's discuss that aspect. Even on the bed, if things are not going well the way it's supposed to go on the bed, let's discuss it. Discuss everything. The fashion, they will keep the clothes at home. And the occasion, when the occasion arises for them to wear the clothes, they will not wear it. The husband is not happy, and as a result of that, they don't go out together. Discuss it. Let her know. Let him also know. Because some women have gone far ahead of their husband in fashion. Let him know so that the two of you can be on the same page. Many women, when they want to keep the man so late to get to that occasion, because the time they're supposed to start happen today, it happens another time. Next time the husband will leave house. You just see that the two of them will not be going to the same party or occasion together. The husband will just sneak out. If not, I will get late if I don't leave her at home. I will get late. Let's discuss it. Let's help each other. If you know that your wife is making you to get to occasion late by 30 minutes, once it is 1 hour, let's discuss it. Communication is very important. If you want to find happiness in your marriage, please, communication is important. Let's discuss. Somebody must understand what you are saying. So I keep talking until there is a change. And also help. It is not all the time that we blame, or it is not all the time that we blame. If, for example, if your wife already inside that is not happy that she broke that plate, so for you to now come and start raining abuse on her again, that will be double tragedy. That can wait till another time. And when the atmosphere is conducive, you can bring up that matter. You know that plate you broke that time was one of our best plates in the house. It may not be at that time, but let us communicate. Let's discuss everything. Even the affairs of our children, let's discuss it. The Lord will bring happiness to our home. Another thing that will also bring happiness to our home, like I said, I'm talking to couples here, is sex. Sex. X-E-X. This has become something that couples have neglected, or something that we do maybe when we want to wasting our time, because the man has side chicks, many of them outside. So the woman at home, we are no more happy children, and so why bothering me? That is not God who made it. Did not say it is only for procreation of children. It is not only when we want to have children. It brings intimacy between husband and wife. Sex brings intimacy between husband and wife, make you to be very close. There is no how you'll be quarreling with your husband or you'll be quarreling with your wife after you have gone to the bed and you have made love to each other. At that time, I expect that annoyance should have been dissolved. I expect that at that time, many things that are bringing quarrel to the home will have been settled. This is not aspect that we are going to neglect as a couple. No matter how old, as long as your body can still react and as long as you still have the energy. It's not about age. Because just of recent I saw in the internet, a man of 95 years and going to a new marriage with a lady of about 30-something years. So because the man knew that he still have the energy to do it. So as long as the two of you still remain and you still have the energy to do it, although I'm not saying that sex will make your husband not to look outside. A man that is going to look outside will look outside, will cheat, no how. Carry your body and go meet with his own body. A man that is going to cheat will cheat. It doesn't, that is not the issue. But then, if you have that at home, it will bring intimacy, make the two of you to be very close, and it will bring happiness. And that will also be transferred to the life of your children. When they say happiness between mommy and daddy, they think they will be happy. There is no how they will wake up in the morning and say that the two of you are sad. The first question they want to ask, mommy, what is the problem? Daddy, what is the problem? And they themselves they will become sad. Let's bring happiness to our home. And the last thing I want to say before I sit down is about finance. Finance. Home expenses are too high now. There is no man that can single-handedly finance the home. So I want our women to show understanding. Under this condition, I want us to show understanding. Let's help these men. And if your wife is ahead of you financially, that does not mean that you have to now neglect after her salary twice my own salary, so she should take care of the home. Taking care of the home is quite expensive. Now, let's look into it. Let's look at it. Is not maybe when you married 10 years ago, you agree that, well, I will be taking care of 80% of the expenses. You as a wife, just take care of 20%. But things have changed now. The house is quite expensive. Let's sit down, let's discuss it again. Let's discuss it again. I believe if we look into the area of communication, we look into the area of sex, we look into the area of finance, I believe that happiness will return back to our home. I pray happiness will come back and overshadow our home in the name of Jesus. It is well with you all.
If you are not married, throw away the talk. Some married people. Because when daddy they talk, I see this guy, they look. You are married? I understand. I love that. Are you married too? Lady already? I love that, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's very good. They talk about waiting be food and the one will not be food. When I understand that, I'm not going to explain anything. So right now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, coming up right now to entertain us, please can we have the poem and dance? The poem and dance, and taking us further, MC Ruga. You can continue. Poem.
Eagle is big, but nature is bigger. The gifts are repaid, but larger. Bless that light, the sun's bright blue, nature is gifts untold, and its colors gives us memories. Everyday life, nature unfolds. Nature's appreciation will always see. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Hassan Hamid and I'm a student of Business. I'm here to give a poem on family is togetherness. A family is a bond that never breaks. We stand together through all life phases. We share our pains, we share our joys. We are a team, a force to be reckoned with. Our love for each other forever lives. Our hearts beat together in perfection. We lift each other up through every trial. We stand together, mile after mile. When all things on earth are measured, none shall rise, or none will be compared to a family endless love. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, ladies and again, thank you. Here at Ade-Ola International School Family Funfair today. Just like our daddy rightly said, you understand. It's for the original mommies and daddies, or not for the ones we are playing as kids. You understand? Not be for those our mommies and daddies who, those hide and seek mommy and daddy. It's not for us. It's for those of us that are married. Like that, my brother now. My brother they laugh. You be like say you play that game when you small mommy and daddy. And they tell you, the only mommy and daddy game that you don't need to pay house rent, you don't pay school fees, you don't pay anything. You are just mommy and daddies. That's what you know. You understand? Say, okay. Get some real mommies and daddies now. Some real mommies and daddies, not our, baby mommies and daddies. Our real mommies and daddies now. We need like 3 of them. Original mommies now. Just 3 of you. Any volunteers before I, go out to pick on my own? Volunteer mommies. Look at these beautiful mommies now. All these beautiful mommies. I need like 1 from here. Who volunteer for me now? Just 1 beautiful mommy from here. Let's put hands together for them now. Come on. Let's encourage them. A mommy with a daddy here. If you're a mommy, your daddy must be here as well. They don't dress early, so daddy don't leave the scenes. What about you dress early? I see mommy and daddy here. I mean, more clap for them. More clap for them now. Mommy and daddy. So we got 1 here now. Am I correct? Mommy and daddy, yes. We got 1 here. Clap for daddy. This daddy. Daddy did not do anything bad. Daddy did not do anything bad. Daddy is just trying to say, you understand? So daddy and mommy, we've got number 2 here now. Daddy, how far? Is mommy with you? Mommy is with you, right? Mommy is with him, right? So we got another mommy and daddy there. Let's put hands together for them. So before we go into that one, we'd love to do a little presentation by the kids now. We've got them coming for a dance presentation. Please, ladies and gentlemen, your excellencies, distinguished parents here, let's put our hands together for a wonderful kids. Do this wonderful. The mommies can come now, please. The mommies can come. Start. Mommy, let's clap for the mommies now. Let's clap for the mommies. Let's clap for the mommies. Say, okay, right about now, we're doing the switch. This one is called you pay to your daddies now, and how much you can do the manly role. So what you go do, you go help us knot one tie for daddy neck. Yes, let's see how good you are now. So you knot one tie for daddy. Mommy, you will say your husband will tie, if you wear coat, you know, vigilate us. You have 5 minutes. If you turn back, we seize your paper. Don't go tie on that neck. Okay. Say. Absolutely. Say, mommy's confused. Mommy's expo. Oh, now you dey teach madam. Nah. That's not acceptable. I dey tell you, you for not teach her for house since all these years. You dey tight they go work. Madam, they ask you how you dey do it. See confusion now. Halfway, they're not confused. Now, people clap for them, you know, easy. We're not going to continue. Yeah, Daddy, what is this? It's a problem. I can tell you. So, nobody will win this one. Hey, our mommies. This is not good. This is not good. DJ, hold up, it's not good. This thing. Then daddy, I don't understand. You wear corporate, but your wife is making you look traditional. People I want dance at local dance. And they tell you, Mama, Papa, you won't be like, chieftaincy. You put her for your neck, maybe like that. Very good. I will clap for our daddies and our mommies one more time. Okay, let's get our ties back. Thank you very much. Now, mommies, it's your turn. Yes. We go see they pay attention. Anybody will get this one correctly. We go know so you get side cheek. Today. That's the way that they talk since now today we want to. If not you teach your husband this thing and you do we need to call for our bride price. Back. Okay. Daddies, stand up. Yes. Mommies, sit down. And daddies, you got 5 minutes as well. Choose your color. Just choose. I know so that they like colors very well. One man look, if man look this thing, I man go see blue. For me, my eye, this thing are blue. Which color it is? Is it blue? It's a lie. It's not blue. And like woman never give me color. It's what? Mom, is it blue? Sky blue. I tell you, they must put something before the blue. So that's sky blue, Ferus blue, navy blue, church blue, Disney blue, green. They get navy green. I call the ask, say which day navy start to use green? I don't. All right, now so you take one. Daddy, take one. Take one. Okay. Voila. See this one. Make I just see that from here they tie. I'm gonna not tie their eye. They can tie their eye. I know. All right, you got 5 minutes, DJ. Let's help them. Wow. See. Sem problema. See, I tell you, no time on the eye, yo. You need time on the eye. Say, okay. Say. Ah, daddy. Let's put our hands together for daddy. For daddy. Okay. No, I'm gonna continue. We go continue, we go finish up. We are going to the end. Say. Okay. Say. Alright, DJ. Alright, thank you very much, DJ. We'll clap. I'm going to clap for them. Let's put your hands together. In shock you bar. Okay. That is when I come front first. When I come see what you wanna do. We are becoming popular today. I did tell you. So if Madam tie like they say she go follow you come out, you go green. You go green. Very good. Boss, Alpha, if Mama follow you, you don't go green, right? What about you, sir? You don't go green. Very good. It's okay. Oh yeah, I want a talk for the judges, for the judge. Not a talk for them. One more time. Let's put hands together for them now. Let's put hands together for them. Thank you very much. The wonderful kids of Ade-Ola International Schools. I'll be needing a table now for the next one. Please help me if you can. Thank you. All right. Okay. Okay. One time. Suffer for work. Enjoy for heaven. DJ. Thank you very much, DJ. We're just crazy DJ. Providing us with all the wonderful sound, all the wonderful music that we enjoy right now. We need volunteers this time from the teachers. 2 teachers, see pretty teachers, wonderful teachers. Let's put them together for the teachers now. Let's clap for them. When teachers they shine like this, you understand at that time they just increase their salary under Olusegun Obasanjo. My man a teacher now. When Mama come as the relative go to hear Uncle Shege, I go say who be Uncle Shege again? Which kind of wahala be this? And they don't increase their salaries. You understand? But today we thank God. They started from the bottom. Now they are here. You understand? She's retired, by the way, and she's enjoying her retirement. Only say this Buhari government not too. We need some volunteers now. Some volunteers, teachers. Okay, we need 3 teachers. The first 3 to come out will increase their salary. They don't laugh. They don't laugh. Oh, that's too like money. Okay, 3 teachers. 3 teachers. 3 teachers. 3 teachers. Okay, I'll choose. I thought you wanted to stand up. Stand up. Let's put the hands together for her. What? Uncle, no be clapping committee, you dey come out. Let's put out and you dey clap. You go clap for church, clap for school. Come. You understand? Here, let's put the hands together for them. 3 of them now, let's clap for them. I'll go. Somebody don't shout ah. So, the first one. One time. Say. To Guagualada. Say. Conductor, wait. They come down for me. I know you. So this is how it goes. The rule of this game is like this. If you flip the bottle and it stands on its base like this, you pick one meat and eat. Hey God, this meat. See the way they shout, hey, I would say, you know, if I buy fufu for nobody, my brother, it's not easy. Okay, so we're starting from here, then become this way, goes like this, and this, back and forth, until the meat finish. Wait, make I completely finish now. You too like food. Oh yeah, start. DJ, give them something. Okay. Say. Okay. You don't walk. Say. Quaqualada. Say. I want you to shawarma. Almost. I don't keep it right now. Say. I take 4. Let me try one. It is not easy. I tell you. Hey, I'm gonna give you back. It's not easy. Mama, you're next. I didn't tell you. Enjoy for heaven. Hey, happen to hey. I come from nothing. Okay. But this to me happen to anyone. Say, I live the life that I live. I love the life that I live. Tomorrow is uncertain, but I'll keep the things that I need. Okay. Almost. No matter. What's up? I'll be rich till I die. Say, hey, this is what I go finish the meet. If you don't do fast, this boss. Say, I'll be rich till I die. Better plan me say. So we do 2 more rounds. After this one, we do 1 more round. Say, who's your guy? Who's your guy? Wait. DJ, who's your guy here? Is he here? Is he here? He's not here. I was saying go give her 1 too because the song just enter. Who's your guy? You just do one. DJ, let's go again now. Say, this guy not bad guy. This guy, the observer, he's a bad guy. I will never leave your side. Hey, say, I just can't motherfucker. Mommy, what's your approval? Say, okay, the last one, the last turn now. The last one. Okay. to win by all means. Say. Oh my God.
Just want to have some fun tonight. We don't need happy people.
It's okay, DJ, wait. No, one and never go. Anybody if you say go fit do one here, I know say as soon as they look at this thing is easy now. If you know you can do it, just come out. I'll give you like 3 tries. Only you don't compete with anybody. You say? Come and try now, 1. Okay. You see, say no easy. You know easy. I did tell you. You see, ba, pastor they preach for church. Assistant pastor say they walk easy. Pastor can travel. Or your pastor preach. You don't even know verse of Bible. I did tell you. Alright, now let's put it together for them one more time. I'm going to collect the meat. One, go chop the meat. Let's eat the meat. Meat. Yes, thank you very much. And let's get the table at international schools. We want to say thank you to our mommies and daddies, of course, the entire staff of this wonderful institution. Thank you for taking our time from your very busy schedules to be here with us today. We do really appreciate you. We thank you very, very much. The next on the agenda right here is a talk show on co-parenting by Mrs. Blessing. Please let's put our hands together for Mrs. Blessing now. Co-parenting. You understand? Let's put our hands together for her. One more.
Special occasion. I want to thank the committee of this program for this opportunity, and also want to thank amiable proprietress for this privilege. And I want to thank God Almighty for being alive to be standing before us today. This afternoon I'm going to be talking to us on a topic I titled co-parenting. Before now, or immediately you hear the word co-parenting, what comes to your mind is two parents taking care of their children, most especially on divorce cases. That's the general meaning of co-parenting. You have the father living in, let's say, Lagos, the mother in Abuja. Okay, the father pays school fees, the mother is taking care. So all of that, we call it co-parenting. But in this context, it's between the parent and the teacher. You agree with me that being teachers, we are not just here to teach the word, to make them know what they don't know. We're also here to co-parent with you. So I'm going to be giving us some few tips on why and how you should believe that we also are co-parents. Firstly, who is a parent? A parent is a caregiver. Yes, it does not necessarily mean that it must be somebody that gives birth to a child biologically. If you are giving care to a child, you are a parent to that child. You know, in those sometimes we call them guardians, but you are a parent. Parenting is the activity of bringing up a child. So you agree with me that you are not just the only one bringing up your child as a biological father or mother. Even we that are the teachers, we are in this assignment with you. We are in partnership. Parenting or child-rearing promote and support the physical, emotional, social, spiritual, and intellectual development of a child from infancy to adulthood. Parenting refers to the intricate of raising a child and not necessarily exclusively for a biological relationship. I've said that already. You gave birth to the child, you as a mother, you conceived a child for 9 months and you were the one that pushed the child out. You are a parent to that child, but the parenting of that child does not end with you. Every other person that helps you in bringing up the child to elevate their spiritual life, their physical well-being, their mental well-being, their intellectual well-being, is as well a parent of that child. Meaning of co-parenting, I've said that, is sharing responsibility in bringing up a child. Now let's look at the roles of parents to their world. Now, when I say parents, I'm referring to both the mother, the father, the teachers, and every other person that is responsible in bringing up a child. You are a parent. You are an elder sister to your younger brother, but you are the one taking care of that child. Your parents go to work, they leave you to take care of that child. You are a parent to that child. So from today, you are not just an elder sister or brother, you are also a parent to the child. The first responsibility I have is responsibility of teaching doesn't end when a child starts going to school. Now, some of us as parents, immediately your child starts going to school, I am not the one to teach you. That's why I'm paying school fees. So it's the responsibility of your school, your teachers to teach you. No. Immediately you send your child start going to school, the responsibility of you as the mother, as the father, the brother, the uncle, does not end there. You keep teaching. You keep teaching. You know, the children we have these days, they need continuous counseling. You keep talking to them. What you told them yesterday, today they will do that thing you asked them not to do. Don't be discouraged. You keep talking to them. That is what they are configured to be. Don't be angry, because that's what we go through, even we as teachers. You see a child, you say, don't sit here. Tomorrow, he will come back there and sit. You'll be like, I asked you not to sit here. So what do you keep telling the child until the thing will become part of that child. Often children will need help in their assignments. We've seen cases whereby we give some children assignment, they come back to school. What happened? I can't do it. Did you ask your mommy to help you? Did you ask your daddy to help you? Some of them will say, yes, I do, but my mommy says she's busy. My daddy says he's busy. Please, let's contribute, because we are partners. Don't leave the work for the teachers alone. We are partners. When a child brings an assignment to you, you make an attempt. Even if there are some assignments really that are kind of confusing. That's why you have your child's teachers. The assignment you give to my child, I make an attempt, but it seems not coming. The teacher might have an idea, okay, do it this way, do it this way. Alright, children, relationship. Okay, sorry for that. Also, as a parent, that they need it more. Whenever they do something wrong, you always scold them, you always scold them. You are beginning to build a timid child without knowing. You are building a child to be. Yes, our parents are busy people. You're very busy, you go to work, you come back late, you're tired, you want to rest, but find that time to have this bond with your children. Find time for them. If you think they don't appreciate it, they do. Just create that time. Talk to them. How was your day? To tell you, in their mind, they'll be like, even if I want to tell him now, he doesn't have my time. If I want to tell her now, she'll tell me I'm busy. No need. You are already pushed them away. Before you know, they'll look for somebody that will listen to them. And that person might not be the right person for them. The person might start giving them wrong advice. You know, telling them what they ought not to know at their age. So it is your responsibility as the mommy, the dad, the aunties, the uncles, the brothers and sisters to have time for your children. They stay connected as couples. Now, somebody might say, how does this affect my children? A long way. They see how you bond with your husband. They see how you bond with your wife. They are learning. Alright? If you are that type that anything mommy doesn't impress you, they are learning. By the time they grow up to become a man, you are training them to become a man like you. Like what I mean, the kind that will not appreciate anything. No matter what you do, they don't appreciate it. So let's be mindful of what we do and say in the presence of our children. Let's be mindful. It's very important. They learn so fast, especially the children in school from the nursery to SS3. What you do and say, it have a long way of affecting their present and their future. And they meet their emotional needs. Our children are very emotional. All right. I take an example from my class. I have a student in my class. She told me something. She wanted me to be like, oh, like to baby her. Oh, it's true. Oh, sorry. Like pet her. Well, I tried to talk her out of the thing. Like, no, don't accept it. Why are you accepting it? This cannot be you. But she felt so emotional. She said, oh, Miss Blessing, you're not understand. I said, I understand. But this is how you should take it. Don't take it this way. She started crying. So she was not really, she didn't get it from my point of view. You know, these children, they are very emotional. Alright? The next day she came, I called her, I said, come. Yesterday, this was what I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to scold you. You know you are my friend. We settled ourselves. You know, they are very emotional. And they expect you to understand everything they are going through. And the only way you understand is when you have time for them. If you are the busy type, the one that will always say, Mommy, can I have a word? You say, I'm busy. Or they are about to say something, say, Ta, you are too small for this. Don't say that. Please allow them to say it. After they are done talking, then you cannot advise them. You know, these children these days, they know more than we do. Do we agree? They know a lot. Sometimes I'll just sit in my class, I'll just be listening to the conversation that some of my children used to. I'll feel like I have the urge of keep quiet and concentrate. But the next thing, like, listen now. Listen. Sometimes I'll just, oh yeah, what were you posting just now? Man, we're not saying that I heard it, so yeah, let's discuss it. You know, you will be surprised at what these children know. The kind of words they use, I'll be like, wow, where do you hear this from? Yeah, I saw a movie yesterday. You know, they know a lot that we don't even think they know. So let's be careful on how we handle them. All right. Okay, let the school or spend in the school. You agree with me that they spend a longer time in school than they spend with you at home, apart from weekends. So it is a place of truth. You know, when my child was still a baby, like, despite my weakness, he used to do this, they might not be able to do it. Do you understand? It's same with us. But at some point I was like, let me not just leave this thing, it'll be fine, and it's fine. You know, it was a place of trust for me. If I didn't trust that they can take care of him, I won't be able to release him. Same thing, you trust this school, you trust Ade-Ola school, you trust the teachers. That was why you were able to release your children. Trust us fully. Now, sometimes your children come to you at home, my teacher did this, my teacher did that. I'm not saying you shouldn't listen to them. And a lot of us, we trust our children a lot, and they are using it against us, so to say. Because they know you trust them a lot, they be like, anything they tell you, you believe them. So when they just come home, today if you see what my teacher used to flog me, if you see the wood is as big as this, say, your teacher did that, you just copy fast. Man, I don't like what your teacher is doing. Just know. I know it hurts actually. No parents want to hear that a teacher did that to his or her child and be calm. But there's this 3 word I use, or that is helping me. You think, you talk, and you think. When a child talk to you or report a teacher to you, first of all, what did you do? I know they will pet it. I didn't do anything. I was just sitting down, and teacher just came and said, go and go down there. And you yourself know it's not true. From the place of trust you have for the school, that's when you should use it. That, oh, I trusted that school. I trust your teacher. I know they can't do this to you. Okay, let me. Alright? So I'm not saying you shouldn't listen to your children. Listen to them, but don't be quick to react to whatever they tell you. you confirm to be sure that what they are really saying is true. Because at the end of the day, you never can tell the position you are putting both the child and the teacher. Because we are all humans. If a child comes to you and tell you, Miss Blessing did this to him or her, and you call me and scold me, for instance, I might decide to withdraw from the child. What do I mean? Even when he's doing something wrong, I'll be like, I don't want to talk to you, because if I talk to you now, you go home and tell your mother what I did not do. You know, but thank God for trainings anyway. We're getting a lot of trainings in this school that we've gone beyond that. That even when your child reports to you, that's when we love the child more. Let the child tell you we did this to him or her and you scold us. Tomorrow, come and hug that child. That's what we are trying to do here. So please, let's be mindful of how we react. And lastly, before I go, these are just questions I'm just going to ask, and I'll leave you to ponder on them till you get home, and maybe any other time we meet, we'll continue. Okay, as a parent, how often do you call or check up on your partner? Who is your partner? The teacher. I'm not saying you must call in the morning, afternoon, evening, or every day. Hello, ma, how you doing? Just sometimes just pick up your phone. Man, how you doing? How is the family? How is the work? How is my child doing? You know, just call to know how your child is faring. You are not there, you don't know what is happening. Alright, then of course, your partner is being paid for the service he or she offers. But how often do you appreciate them? A little thank you is actually not little to many. We are not saying you should go and buy us a car. Don't buy us a house. A little thank you. You know, there are some parents that when they give a complaint today, the teacher tries everything to make sure that complaint is resolved. The next day you see them around. They are not coming to say thank you for the previous one. They want to lay another complaint. You know, it's discouraging. At least, man, thank you very much for the previous one, but I have another complaint. Please, I want you to do this for me. You know, just a little thank you. We are not saying you should go and buy, what's it called? They used to call that, basket full of gifts. And say, man, God bless you. I appreciate what you are doing. Just thank you, man. Thank you, sir. It will go a long way in helping us to serve you and your child better. Okay, to the teachers, you are not left out. How often do you call or check up on your partner? A corporate course, actually. Let's do that if we are not doing it. How often do you inquire to know how your word is keeping up and coping outside school? Most importantly, academically. Yeah, because that's your business with them. Just call them, man, your son, your daughter, how is he doing? How is he coping outside school? I gave him some assignments, is he doing it? I asked him to be reading, is he reading? It's when you call, you will know all of these things.
And lastly, for the teachers,
all right,
I'll go with these words.
Conclusion: no matter what we achieve in life, if our words fail, we have failed woefully. Even if you have 10 cars, 100 houses, and they say, where is your child? God forbid, one vagabond is coming. God forbid. We have failed. Even if you can speak big grammar and your child cannot express him or herself in a simple English, you're failed. And on the contrary, if they succeed, you are a success. This goes to both the parents and the teachers because we are in partnership. Our word, W-A-R-D, are our word, W-O-R-L-D. Our children are successors. The type of upbringing we give to these children will come back staring at our faces. Above all, if we fail in this assignment, God or Allah has given to us here on earth as parents, we will be held accountable for it. Thank you.
Please, let's put our hands together. Golden words. They say, he who has ears, let him. Okay. Monday is public holiday, right? You say? Monday is not public holiday. For my little niece, Monday is public holiday. Because they gave her one mat from school at home. She brought it for me, so I told her on Monday is public holiday. Because even the man self had me too. Just tell them, I say, don't bother about Monday. School don't day on Monday, so you go get peace. I'll get peace for the weekend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, distinguished parents right here. It's time that we go to the next item on our agenda here, which is the patience game. Hello. Hello. They say this one a patience game. Patience Ozokwo and Patience Jonathan. They won't play game. Hello. Okay. Daddy, this your building on the get structure. May no go collapse. Say. Okay. Say. Okay. Say. Okay. What's up? Say.
If I touch your body, make you touch your dimension, nigga. I got a lot of money.
Okay.
If I come in, I show you go carry.
You still have like 5 minutes. You still have 2 minutes. Are you sure? It's not your final presentation. Hey, I will tell you, say FCDA is coming to demolish that structure you are building right now. You might never meet standard. Say. Let's count down, DJ. Let's count down, DJ. We are counting down. Help me with the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's hold on. Engineer, is this what you could build? Engineer, no. From the left side of the building, facing towards the east coast, your building is having a structural defect of -7.5 degrees. So, Erufai is coming back now as Minister of FCT. This side, go demolition. So this side first. Danny, they say your owner will demolish, they go demolish, so they go arrest you too. They go arrest you. You just build batcha for every year. You just build batcha to make money. This guy a good man. Ajia, this is looking nice. You understand the ground floor? I'm gonna clap for Ajia first. You see, I don't small thing though. The ground floor, this one a block of flats. You understand? Ground floor, middle. This one's not go expensive parts. This one are the penthouses. You understand? This one. How many block of flats with this? How many? Tell us. We they sell now selling plots and blocks of flats. You can make your purchases now. You pay to me, account number 240. You understand? I've ever put the S together for them and they don't want them to leave. Thank you very much. God bless you now. Alright, thank you. Okay.
IBJC means I bring justified creativity. And that is what we bring to the children. That is what we bring to a school, wherever we are. We let out the windows, we open up the windows and let the sun in by the grace of God. So, IBJC is an educational development firm. And part of what we do is to offer Lego education, coding and robotics lessons to children. Now, as MC start from age 2, we begin to teach children a whole lot of things. The world has gone beyond the point where book education is enough. It's no longer enough, it's not sustainable, and if we have a child who has only that, then permit me to say that at best we have an academically handicapped child.
because in the society where the child is going to, he or she is not going to be able to fit into some roles and handle some responsibilities simply because he has been denied the opportunity of learning certain things that go beyond the educational book system. Now, from age 2, we have resources that are very suitable for children of that age to teach them a wide range of activities. Some of these include literacy, like this. So it's not enough for a child to just learn how to write. What is the relationship between your hands and your eyes? What is your hand-eye coordination? Are you just able to recognize numbers when you see them on paper? How about being an inventor, creating that word for yourself? And then in that way, it's very difficult for a child to forget what exactly he has put his hands to do. And that's why we bring this. Some of us call them just building blocks. To us, they're not just building blocks. They are lifesavers because they help children who even find it difficult to write and to read. They easily identify with these because the bricks are large, they are strong, they are firm, and they are very colorful. They have different shapes and different sizes as well. So it helps them learn a whole variety of subjects with just holding the brick. They're learning about their shapes, they're learning about sizes, they're learning about colors, they're learning about difference in things. How different is this thing? They start to recognize. And then as they grow older, they begin to go into their 2 and 3 letter words. They begin to use the bricks to create not just the letters or the sound, but actual sentences that they can relate to in everyday life. Also, we have the bricks used for numeracy. They learn how to build their numbers, how to count the studs. Everything here is purely math. They have to calculate in order to build this. It's not just fun for them. It's fun in a very, very good way, but it's also very intuitive learning. So they learn how to build their numbers. They learn how to add. 7 plus 7 gives 14. What else gives 14? 10 plus 4 gives 14. 6 plus 8 gives 14. There are a whole lot of numbers that can give the same value. And so they start learning how to count, how to identify different shapes while counting. So if I'm asking a child to recognize an 8-stud brick, I expect him to count the circles. So every time he picks up his brick, subconsciously he's doing mathematics because he has to count the studs that he's using, and that is something that sinks in the brain and doesn't leave. Alright, so going from there when they're in nursery, from age 5 we also introduce them to what we call the unplugged coding. No child is too young to code. Everything in life is a code, even from the way we wake up in the morning and take our bath. Look at it, it's a sequence, and that is basically what coding is. It's a sequence of activities, a sequence of numbers, a sequence of letters, and that is what they do every day from the moment they wake up. They don't eat before they get up from the bed. They don't go to school before they remember to bath. So basically coding is embedded in everything that we do as human beings, and that's what these children start learning how to recognize. So we have activities for unplugged coding from age 5 up to age 8. And so one of such is what we call, this is a robot, but it's shaped like a bee. I would like a parent to try to guess the name of this robot. I would like a parent quickly, please, to try to guess the name of this robot. It's a robot, it's a bee, and the name is a combination of the 2 words. Can we try, please? Robotic bee. Robotic bee, no. It's a very cool name. It's a blend of the 2. Any other person wants to try? B-robot. B-robot, no. What? B-I. AI. Well, it's AI, but that's not the name of this particular robot. Robot bee. I like that name. But unfortunately, it's not robot bee. It's called a bee-bot. It's called a bee-bot, a blend of the bee and the robot. It's called a bee-bot, and it helps children learn a whole variety of coding activities. Now, if we look on the floor, permit me, I'm sorry for those of us who cannot really see the middle, but we have activity marks here. Please, sorry, can you just wait here? Thank you.
We have to give them mathematical problems to solve. When they solve it, they identify the number on the mat and they program their billboard to do the activity. Now we call this unplugged coding because it is not plugged to any system. The children have to learn how to code it on the billboard using directional signs, as we can see on the body of the board. As time goes on, I would like to call to parents to do something very quickly that I'm sure will be easy as well, since we are parents considering. So, alright, so that is a mouse bot. Its shape is a mouse shaped like a bot. So they basically do the same thing, but then while this activity mat helps them to also do their literacy activities, which include spelling of words, spelling of numbers. These are just two examples of the activity mats that we have. There are a wide variety of activities that they can engage on using the mouse bot and the billboard. So they start coding at a very early age. Now at this age also, the child has gone into grade 1 and we introduce the child to what we call the Lego Build to Express. For Lego Build to Express, we are very interested in nurturing the creativity of a child because every child is very creative irrespective of how they are or how they respond to books. Their response to these activities are very, very different, and it is always, most times, the children that we think have some challenges learning. Most of the time, they're the ones who even respond to this better because they see what the rest of us, in quotes, cannot see. I've seen children that we call special kids. By the time they handle these resources, what they achieve is mind-blowing. It's something that is not easily within the reach of the children that, we call normal in quotes. And that is because these children are already used to thinking outside the box. That is also something that we try to introduce the children to, thinking outside the box. So I asked the children, they had to build a story, and the story involved there is a fire in an environment, and I want you to replicate the scene of that fire using Build to Express. Now, 2 children did the same activity, and one of them, when we asked him, why is there no fire on your creation? And his response was, I can't put fire because it's plastic. If I put fire, everything will burn. That was a very reasonable answer. But the second person, when we asked her, why did you not put fire? She said, of course there's fire. How? She said, I used red bricks. Now, when fire is so hot, it becomes red. And the redness of the brick I used signifies the fire that should have been there. And so there's fire on my resource. And of course, you can get the child that won the challenge. It is thinking outside the box, not being comfortable with what we think is there. What about the things we cannot see? The things that are in our imagination, how do we bring them to life? How do we express them? Those are things that we expect the children, and we nudge them and push them to realize. Because some of them don't even know they are creative, but every child is creative. So with these breaks, I think this is a very easy, something very easy to recognize. Who can guess what it is? It's very easy. Clock, good. It's a wall clock. So they start learning how to build things that they have to plan. Because for you to be an inventor, for you to be an engineer, for you to be anything, you need a good plan. And those are things that they start doing. So they don't just get the bricks and then we expect them to just do magic. No, they have to come up with a very good sustainable plan. Think to the end before they start, and then they are able to replicate it. We also encourage them to team building. In the world today, collaboration is key. If you are a lone player, there will be a time when there will be nothing left for you to do. So we have to have children who are comfortable enough, who are confident enough in their own skills to be able to team up with some other persons to achieve a goal. And so if you do not have that self-confidence, you cannot be part of a team, because you have to bring yourself to the team. The essence of teamwork is everybody bringing and contributing his own bit or her own bit, and then we have a super excellent result. And so these are things that will also push the children to recognize and to adopt. So from grade 1 we start putting them in teams so that they learn how to work. Instead of what can we achieve together?
how can we represent what we know, how can we synergize, bring our individual and different strengths and make them one big strength to hide any weaknesses that we may have. And so those are things that we push them to start recognizing. And then from that age also, we start introducing them to plugged coding. Plugged coding is coding that using a laptop or a desktop. So they start learning how to do Scratch. They start learning how to create games. Scratch is basically an app that teaches them how to create games, how to be very comfortable and confident with the system. So they start learning that from grade 1. We push them to learn that from grade 1, and then they do that up to grade 2, grade 3, and then also we have the robotics. So they start learning how to copy robots, build robots, and program them to enable them perform any given task that they wanted to do. So also from grade 5, we start introducing them to making websites, doing Python, JavaScript, CSS, a whole lot of coding that is very relevant for the child of today, hoping to earn a living and to make a mark for himself in the nearest future. So those are the things that we do in the coding and the robotics classes that we take with the children, and we hope that they will give us the desired results that we all expect. Thank you so much.
Please let's put our hands together for them once again. IBJ. Any questions? Okay.
My name is Kayode. I'm a parent here. All right. I want to ask a question about this robotic and coding. Number one, because from your explanation, I'm thinking, is it going to be like a curriculum that will be in their school all through, maybe from nursery up to secondary school? That is question. That is my first question. Second question is that for children that are in pre-nursery or nursery 1 as the case may be, and then a parent want to get them a tablet, can you give us a specification that we can get for them that can also aid them in learning this fast? Thank you very much.
All right, sir. Thank you. From pre-nursery up to secondary school. So it is a subject. Every child is taking it. Now, for different classes, we have different activities. Some of the classes take coding. So there's a progression. You know that by the time you get to this class, you're going to be doing this. And when you leave that class up to the next class, you're doing something entirely different. So it begins from pre-nursery up to SS2. I think that's the class before the YA class. So that's really very commendable on her part. And then the second part, yes, there are systems that are very compatible with what we do. We would drop those specifications with mommy so that if there is any parent who desires to, not just for the system or the coding, even for the resources, because sometimes, most of the time, any resource a child has at home is of a very great advantage to him or her. I have a 3-year-old son who already thinks like a 6-year-old because he has been used to this from birth. So children are never too young to introduce them into any of these things. So if there's any question onto getting the resources, you can always liaise with mommy and she will direct it to us. Thank you, sir.
All right.
I want to appreciate the management of Ade-Ola International School for the opportunity for the children, to get to know coding. Because before now, my boy, I have a neighbor that son is into coding. He has a lesson teacher teaching coding. So before now, my son has been, disturbing me. Mommy, I want to learn coding. Although my husband was a software developer, so it's no more. So now, for his age, that he wants to learn coding, what are the materials needed for him to learn it? It's 11.
If I'm not wrong, he's in JS2? Is that right?
Going to JS1.
Okay, going to JS1. Alright, so for that age, you need to get him a laptop. That's one. It's not compulsory, but it's very desirable. It's not compulsory, so no pressures. The school has a computer lab, so even if you do not have a laptop, it's still fine. And we also come with ours. But if you can get your child a laptop, please do. It's something that they already need at age 11. And then there are also some resources. Once a child has a laptop, we install the necessary softwares for them. It's not something we hold. We install the necessary softwares for them so that even going beyond what we teach them in school, they can go home and practice on their own. They can go beyond what we have taught them and come back. Part of what we encourage them to do is research. It's very important. So in as much as we teach them, we also give them take-homes so that when they get home, they are able to expatiate on those things that we have taught them. And I'm so sorry, let me just point this out here quickly. There's something I didn't mention before. We introduce them to competitions with other schools. Like this term is our competition term. We are having competition with 25 other schools. So even though Ade-Ola may not compete because they are just joining this term, they will attend that competition to see possibilities, to see what other children have achieved at that age, and it's going to serve like a motivator for them, so that they can see the possibility of what they can do, giving more work. So every year they attend competitions with other schools, and that we believe sharpens them and makes them ready to compete favorably in the world that they are going into.
Inflate your balloon. Inflate. Video it. Then this is what you do. For example, wait, it's okay. So you come with the air in your balloon. You understand? The first person to get it across the line wins. Okay? 1, 2, let's start. No, you wait for them. Well, okay, wait. Deflate your balloon. Go. See how far? Auntie wants to blow the balloon big first. And they tell you, even with all the air, you don't pass like middle. Let's put it together for them now. Who they give them meat? Yes, they need to be tight and be orderly. We've been very, very patient so far. I want to say thank you once again on behalf of the manager for taking out all this time from your very busy schedule. Yeah. Don't worry, before the match, Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. I know say Arsenal fans dey here. We don't do finish. Make una go out go watch how Arsenal will take watch Manchester City carry the league this season. Okay, go.
Never
dance. Music will be supplied now by the DJ Pando Wheels of Steels, DJ Nokia. So if you want to dance, if you are ready, if you're in the mood for where's our typical manners? Hello. Okay, let's do this now. All right.
Problem, you know the feeling. We can try to enjoy. I know the feeling. We can try to enjoy. Till I don't know the feeling. We can try to enjoy. Problem, you know the feeling. We can try to enjoy.
Say, I'll tell you. When you have a boss this nice. Say, okay. What's that? Say. At the end of the night, enter bathroom pressure. Say. Who's flexing right here tonight? Ade-Ola International Schools. We're flexing right here. Say the weekend. Say. One time. Okay. I'll tell you. Say. One time. Say. Okay. Who's your bestie now? You know how to find trouble. And say, I won't focus on you, Uncle. I am penny to my way. Say, when I'm dead, who that be? Say, one time. Mommies and daddies, we are waiting for you. Say, you get. Say, one time. Say. Okay, you get. Plenty. One say. What now you say? Hey, God, no let I follow. This one it is the cost. Everyone to ball. Everyone to say. Hey, God, no let I follow. This one it is the cost. Everyone to ball. Everyone action the balls. Say. I live the life that I like. I like the life that I live. Tomorrow is not certain, but I can say one time, love is in PA. No matter your schools, you'll be like time. You never go say, you never know, say. I'll be rich till you die. One time, you never know, say. You can know, say. Wait. Say. You'll be rich till you die. What calls? There's no wake up tonight. Ade-Ola School's been waking up now. Say, what time? What day? Who that be? Say. Pursuing our mind, say, mommy where they papa, mommy where they mix, mommy where they papa. Say, let me see you, they bukawa. Say, let me see you, they bukawa. Let me see you, they bukawa. Yeah, let me see you. Yeah, mommy where they vex. Say, mommy where they papa. Say. International Ade-Ola International Schools. Say, you know what you don't try. Supposed to be hard. You like me for pursue. Say, pursue and I'm mine. Say, so far, so good. Hold me my gel. Let me see you. Take Bukawa. Say, international DJ Nokia. International DJ Nokia. What's that say? Okay. Pressing, we're not pressing, love it, keep pressing. If you want not pressing, you don't go fast pressing. I'm not a sick, you won't give me medicine. I care money, oh, you want to help me spend my money. How about say? Say. What's up? Somebody say. Ade-Ola, international school. Say Ade-Ola, let me hear you say Ade-Ola. Say Ade-Ola, let me hear you say. 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 Ade-Ola, international school. Ade-Ola. Let me one time. Say, okay. International, mama for the boys. Ade-Ola International School. Says we are the first educational institute. Say. Wait. Do they pretend? Say. Oh, you receive. International Ade-Ola International Schools. God bless you now. Say. One time. Where is your school tonight? Now they treat you well tonight. They will never leave your side. Say. To all your ones. Say. Even the ones who will never born. Say. They will treat them well. Say. Where are the students now? Where are the puppies? Come on, them. Okay, you never reach their time, huh? Okay. Say. One time. They want to dance to their mama now. Come on. Say. Say, stability. We ask, we say, who's your guy? That guy is my guy.
I'm gonna make you do that.
we can end at any time. Say, what's my
I sincerely want to appreciate the management, the team who have actually planned this and executed it. We've had fun. I've personally learned a lot. It's very unfortunate that I've seen some of our parents already gone. In this part of the country, the moment we eat food, everybody goes home. It's not about food. So I say a very big thank you on behalf of my family. I say thank you to this wonderful family for putting up this. I appreciate you a lot. I'm taking an exception to the 3 teachers who are tutoring my children. Mrs. Kayode, Miss Mercy, and Miss Olushafe. Yes, I've been so fortunate in this school to have always meet teachers who I have bond with. We talk, we share, we communicate. And I can tell you that I am not regretting ever coming to Ade-Ola. And so I am sure that every other teacher in their respective classes are doing the same, because if I can have 3 teachers who are doing this, I'm sure the same applies to every other teacher. So I thank you, the proprietors, for always being in line with them, for giving them that support that they need, because without that support I am not sure that they will be able to give out what they are giving. So to whom much is given, much is also expected. Please keep it up. I am proud of Ade-Ola. Thank you.